Feels good to be back in the United States. We've been in Europe for the past 3 weeks. Been amazing, unbelievable. Can't even begin to articulate how incredible that was. We're not home yet. I'm at my daughter's home right now. We are in Reading, Pennsylvania. If you've ever played Monopoly, I'm sure you've seen the Reading on the Monopoly board there. Well, that's where we happen to be this very moment. And me and Miss Gina will fly home out of Philadelphia on Wednesday. So that will end our road tour, but we're only home for a moment. Then we go to Reno, Nevada, come back for a moment. We go to Cancun, come back for a moment. We got the trip in Dubai in October. We have the trip in Hawaii, November 14th. And there's a slight possibility, Mikey O, we're going to end back up in Spain before that. Wow. They have so much momentum. They're begging us to come back already. And there's a good chance we're going to go back to Spain before Hawaii even happens. So obviously, I mean, I'm smiling so wide I could eat a banana sideways. I mean, it's humbling. It's incredible. I've tried to, and I should have pulled up that text that I got from Dr. Phyllis Terry. And I was talking to Cynthia about this earlier today too, that, I mean, it is just so magical to get to go to all of these different incredible destinations all over the world. Our world tours, I mean, Paris for $299, to go to Rome for $149. We were just in the Canary Islands. And if you've never been to the Canary Islands, it's a lot like Hawaii. They are the rugged volcanic isles. And when you're on the island, you can see the other islands from the island you're on. They're off the northern coast of Africa. And the ocean breezes through there are just unbelievable. And the vistas, everywhere you look, is an ocean view. The water's as blue as any blue ocean you've ever seen in the Caribbean. And you can literally, with our world tour, we have another one coming up. You can go there, breakfast and dinner included, 5 days, ocean view, $99. Wow. I mean, absolutely incredible. I got a picture here, Mike. Sometimes I say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here we go. That is a picture from our room. And any one of you could have that same view for 5 days for $99. And people are like, well, you know, how do I know your product's good? Let me say it again, $99, right?
Looks like a postcard, Todd.
It looks like a postcard, right? And that was just one of the many places that we went. I mean, I think we set a record yesterday. I don't know if it's a record or not, but I mean, we had over 200 people join the business yesterday alone. Of course, obviously, people were taking advantage of the triple bonuses, which officially ended yesterday. But I mean, what a magical campaign that was to go from the event in Paris and then have 2 weeks straight of triple bonuses, all kinds of rank advancements happening all over the place, volume going up all over the place, excitement happening all over the place. So Mikey O, as we do every single week, we have a special call tonight, all kinds of incredible guests tonight. But the most important thing we do every week is honor all of you who went out there and did the hard work. You went out and did the correct action steps, did the activity to rank advance. You are demonstrating for others that it is possible to win. And so you're not just making your dreams come true. You are that little light of hope up on the hill that people can look to and say, wow, if John, Mary, and Sally did it, I can do it too. You become that inspiration for them to get there. And that's how this whole thing works. It's just a big, gigantic teamwork. You do it, the people behind you do it, the people behind them do it. Everybody lifting everybody up. It's a beautiful thing. We're traveling the world for pennies. So Mikey, without any further ado, you are the master of ceremonies. I turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Todd. And it's so exciting. And I know I've been watching the Facebook posts and the videos that are coming out of all these different places. And to see the people in Spain, I'll tell you, they got a fire lit underneath them because you could just see this whole new level of excitement. So I'm very, very excited for them. I know I checked the numbers. You know, we do our numbers from Saturday to Friday. And so I came in this morning, of course, and I put in my weekend rank advancement check just for over the weekend. And I've never seen it that many directors pop up just over the weekend, you know. So we'll see those next week, of course. Next Monday, we'll see those rank advancements. And I'd like to just say that next Monday, we will be closed too, for it's a national holiday here in the United States, Labor Day. So we'll be closed here. So we'll probably have to do the corporate update on a Tuesday. We'll make arrangements for that anyway. So welcome everyone. If you're new to Travorium, we do want to welcome you. And we're going to do the rank advancements now. The first level of rank to advance to here at Travorium is a director. And at the director level, what has happened here is you went out and sponsored 3 business partners, or you got 3 people that just seen your travel product. They seen that postcard view that like Todd just showed, and they said, hey, I want to be a member of that. You know, I want to buy that product, that membership. And so you've either got 3 customers or 3 people to join you in your business. And now what's happened because of that, you're making enough income now to cover your monthly business expense. So you are now in the black from this point on. And we had 18 new directors. This was last week, of course. I already beat this here just over the weekend here with this triple bonus thing. So anyway, congratulations to all of our new directors. The next rank that you will advance to here at Travorium is what's called a 1-star director. Now at this level, you're going to be making approximately $400 to $700. You're not getting rich yet, but you know what? You're making money real quickly here at Travorium. And that was Mr. Hart's #1 goal and his vision when he first began this business was to help people win quickly, help them to make some money quickly at the very beginning levels. And so I'd like to go ahead and congratulate the new 1-star directors, and that's Ark Zilan, Jeff Miner. I know Jeff's on the call tonight. Way to go, Jeff. Megan Genovese, congratulations, Megan. Julia Elena, congratulations, Julia. Ludmila Kosher, congratulations, Ludmila. Sylvain Pascal, congratulations to you, Sylvain. And Joseph Bermudez, hang on one second. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. There's Cynthia. Hang on one second.
That's Joseph Marino.
I had to get that last name, Marino.
By the way, I want to point out that several of these people on the 1-star director list belong to Tatiana. And some of you heard me talk about Tatiana, but she's from Ukraine. Her first language is Russian. Speaks pretty good English, but I mean, you can tell that Russian's her first language. And she has at least 3 on this list right now at the 1-star. So we have this group. In fact, Julie is actually pronouncing Yulia. We got a group of people that their native language is Russian, beginning to grow with the company. I mean, presentations every single day. Yulia is going to go 2-star here in any moment. So just kind of for those of you, I mean, don't ever discount anybody or count anybody out. Everyone's a prospect. Talk to everybody. You never know who that next group is going to be, who that next language is going to be. So exciting stuff.
Yeah, it really is how just the nature of our business, how like Todd, you might know your neighbor and your neighbor knows another neighbor, and all of a sudden that neighbor knows somebody over in the Philippines. You know, you just never know where it's going to travel to. It just has a life of its own.
And by the way, and Jeff, congratulations, buddy. Love you, man.
Yeah, happy for Jeff. That's awesome, man. Anyway, congratulations to all of our new 1-star directors. And we have a special advancement tonight because the next level of success here at Travorium is what's called a 2-star director. And our guest speaker tonight, Miss Cynthia Sly. Todd, you might have remembered this. It just seemed like it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Cynthia was a guest on the Monday Night Corporate Update, and she declared at that point that she's going to be a 2-star very soon. And bam, here it is right here tonight. So congratulations to Cynthia Sly. At this level, folks, you were making between, I don't know, around approximately $30,000. That's conservative, a year. And plus, we're going to give you a beautiful 2-star director custom-made ring, which becomes a great recruiting tool. And so again, Mr. Hart just makes this generous right at the beginning levels. And 2-star is not your goal here at Travorium. The ambassador title is your goal. 2-star is just kind of a place where you hit and you get this ring and you get some attention. You're making more money, and then you're going to move on to 3, 4-star, and then on to, of course, ambassador. So that is it for this week. I'm looking forward to hearing from Cynthia tonight, Todd, and just want to thank you for your leadership, your willingness to jump on there each and every week, and just being a great leader out there in the field. So we are blessed to have you, and just great to be on here each week.
Well, by the way, it's a lot easier this week because, right now it's not, normally we do these calls. I live in California. Normally the calls happen at 6 p.m. my time. Of course, now I'm on the East Coast. They happen at 9 p.m. my time. But last week I was in Madrid. It was at 3 a.m. my time. So a little easier getting on tonight than last week. But Mike, thank you so much for all that you do, for covering the calls when we were gone in Europe. Of course, a huge shout out to Daryl Roberts and Maria Roberts and Pastor Mel and obviously Regina Johnson and and Danny and all the people that made all the calls go and continue to make everything happen just like smoothly, seamlessly. Of course, the training calls. I mean, all the calls are just so fantastic. People rave about them all the time. Going back to Cynthia, by the way, I want to bring her on, but interesting enough, I mean, Cynthia is an absolute, beast in our industry. The last team she built was 15,000 people. But it's just, interesting that obviously Cynthia has known about our business, but it was really a kind of a catalyst event. She came to New Orleans. She spoke in New Orleans. She spoke about the tax advantages, but now that's when she got on the call, Mike, that you mentioned a moment ago, and said, "Hey, man, I'm going to go make this thing happen." And I mean, literally 2 weeks later, 2-star director. Her volume's actually way past 2,000 now. She's well on her way to 3-star. There's no doubt she's going to go 3-star, 4-star ambassador, 1-star ambassador, 2-star ambassador, 5-star ambassador, enter travel gladiator. She's going to be all those ranks and more, because she is really just, something incredible, something special. Every time she speaks, you want to be taking notes. You never know what she's going to say. That's just going to be that next little pearl that could take your business to a new level. So if you don't mind, Mike, if you don't mind, we're going to have you quit doing your screen share, and we're going to bring on Miss Cynthia and have her kind of tell her story. Now, Cynthia, by the way, as I mentioned, has built massive teams in this space, made big money in the space, been around for a long time. And, Cynthia, I love the fact that it was really the tax savings that got you involved in the industry. So if you don't mind, maybe kind of log in your journey through this space for everybody here, because you have such a unique story.
Well, thank you so much, Todd. Can you hear me okay?
I can, and congratulations. I know it's just a pit stop for you, but congratulations.
Well, I tell you what, I am so excited about this pit stop. I'm telling you, you just never, just that I had an aha moment. You work hard in college and you do everything that you know to do. And so I was so excited about getting my first paycheck, and I was counting down the days, 4 more days, 3 more days, 1 more day. And I ripped open my envelope, and man, did I have a big surprise. Half of my paycheck was missing. And I tell you what, I couldn't believe how much, a single person with no assets, with no dependents, how much they were taking of my check in taxes. And that's when I had an aha moment. And it was at that job, you guys, that I ran into someone who was in this industry of network marketing, and it absolutely positively changed my life. And so, a lot of times people think it's the product. A lot of times people think it's the compensation plan. But before you even get started in, sharing, your product or sharing, the compensation plan, you are on the right side of money when you become a business owner. And so, for the past 27 years, I have just, preached that, because we cannot determine when people first start how successful they're going to be. But one thing that we can do is we can teach people how to, legally take back their hard-earned tax dollar. And so I tell you, that is one of the aspects of having a business that people, they really overlook. But when you teach your business partners the tax advantages of a home-based business, and in our case, a phone-based business, it is amazing, and people will not quit the business. If anything, they are winning way before they get into the comp plan, and it is just a wonderful thing. And so, I have just preached this, and, I guess I will continue to preach it because it is that important. I tell you, the tax savings are tremendous. So did you have any other questions for me, Todd?
If I can couldn't get my button to click. I'm like, come on, click, push. No, other than, I mean, again, I know that you obviously the tax savings, I love that you bring up that aspect. It's something that too many people overlook because again, when people really comprehend what you just said, the moment you decide to become a travelpreneur, the moment you decide to run your business with an intention for a profit, that is key. You can't just sign up and do nothing. You have to run your business with an intention for a profit. But if you do that and you simply try, you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, internet, and the average person could be saving $300, $400 a month in taxes. And you don't even have to wait till April 15th to get your money. You can actually get together with a tax pro, adjust your W-4 at your place of work, start taking home an extra $75, $100 per week right now. So you're bringing home an extra $300 to $400 a month cash money in your pocket. And even if you did the platinum membership, which is our top membership, that's $125 a month. Well, if you're taking home $300 to $400 a month in tax savings, and it only costs $125 a month to sign up, I mean, is that costing you money or is that making you money? And when people really understand that, you look at them and say, whose side are you on? And so, I mean, again, it's just education. Most people don't know that. They don't realize that maybe they want to go validate that. You can buy books at Barnes and Nobles. You can Google the topic. You can get together with some savvy tax professionals and find that out. You can go to Tony Robbins seminars, pay $2,000 and you're going to learn like, oh my gosh, I just paid $2,000 to learn what Cynthia told me on the corporate update call for nothing. But what it does, but that's not what's important. What's important is that you truly understand and comprehend it. Now, Cynthia, today we were talking about the business, and obviously, you know, I loved your story because you asked yourself the question, you know, if I was making all the money in the world, if I was doing this or doing that, what would I be doing? And you said I'd be traveling, and that's why you're here and you're watching kind of what's unfolding with all kinds of people. We talked about Kayla Young today. We talked about Ambassador Deborah Taylor today. We talked about Danny and Daryl and, you know, so many great people in our company that are out there just, I mean, living the life, and how that's inspired you to now want to go do that, and you'll inspire others. But maybe kind of touch on that for a little bit. I know you got a special guest with you too.
Awesome. I'm telling you, you guys, I have been watching the leaders in this company. September the 6th will be my 2-year anniversary. And I'm going to be honest with you. I tried my best not to like Travorium. I really did, but it was impossible not to like this company because, you know, the membership has so much value. It has so much value. But the thing is that I joined in the middle of the pandemic. And unlike, you know, Daryl and Maria, this was my first time ever being a part of a travel company, really of a service company. And so with that being said, you know, there was definitely a learning curve there, you know, dealing with services versus product. But I'm telling you what, you guys, the past, I would say 2 months, you guys have been doing the doggone thing. You guys have been living your best life. You've been, you know, living and traveling the world like rock stars. And, you know, like Todd was saying, you know, I had to have a heart-to-heart conversation with myself and said, you know, I said to myself, you know what, Cynthia, you know, no matter what company you're in, whether you work a job, corporate America, or whether you have a traditional business, no matter what you do from this point on, the type of life that you desire to live is the life that I saw Todd living, the life that I saw, you know, Ambassador Coach D living, the life I saw, you know, Dave Hart and his wife living. I mean, you know, I know people who are making millions of dollars, even in this industry. But guess what? They're working 16 to 18 hours. And trust me, they're not doing it, you know, on an island. They're not doing it in a 5-star hotel. they're not doing it, at a Louis Vuitton, experience in Paris, France. And so, I'm telling you, you guys, this company is special. I have not seen a company like this, and I've been around a lot of companies with a lot of people making money. But not only are the people making money here, but they have the lifestyle to back it up, And so, when I made the decision, you guys, I made the decision. I said, you know what? I'm going to build my team in this company. I am going to rank advance. I'm going to get to ambassador. And I tell you what, I was just looking, on social media and everything. And I'm telling you, I, saw all that was going on. I was right there in Paris, meaning not physically, but I was there. And kudos to all of you guys who did, lives, Coach D and everybody, Todd, the videos, because you really painted the picture of, just a whole new life, a whole nother level. And you guys, listen, I'm not new to travel. I'm a military brat. I was born in Germany, graduated from high school in England. And so, I'm not new to travel, but I'm telling you, these leaders were traveling on a whole nother level. And I was like, you know what? They're not leaving me. And so what I would like to say to the listening audience, you guys, it first starts with a decision. It first starts with you getting rid of all of the excuses. I've been around this company for, 2 years, and I would give myself a pass because it was the pandemic. Nobody's traveling. I haven't been on a trip myself yet. I mean, you can think of 101 reasons why, you won't, build this business. But when you make the decision that, you know what, I deserve that type of lifestyle too. They're no different than me. All they're doing is putting in the work. And I tell you what, when you start putting in the work and when you start, doing the things, to, grow your business, I'm telling you what, you will, meet those people that want more in their life. You will figure out what to say, because so many times, during the 2 years, I was kind of trying to get my message. I was like, okay, what am I saying to people? What product should I push? Throughout the 2 years, we had different products and different things and everything. And so you are trying to figure out what to lead with. And so what I figured out over the last 4 to 6 weeks, you guys, you got to lead with just the passion of it all. Just, wanting a better life, just wanting time freedom, just wanting to own your life, just sharing with people, your leader's story. And hey, they're in Paris today, on a Louis Vuitton shopping spree where the, CEO gave them all $5,000 gift cards, and then tomorrow they're in Rome, or tomorrow they're in Italy, and, this may not, be something that you can do right now or want to do, but, it's the freedom. They're making the money, you guys, to have the freedom. If you don't want to travel like this, you don't have to, because you can take the money and use it any way that you can. And so, you guys, that's what I did. I went to work. They heard my passion. They heard my fire, and I went back to people who I had talked to 2 years ago, a year ago, and I was like, look, I want to do life with you. I want you in this with me. I want to link arms with you, and I want, us to travel the world together. I want us to, own our time together. This is not just reserved for Todd and Dave and Coach D and the rest of the ambassadors. We can have this lifestyle too. And so one of the people She was one of my first people who I talked to. She loves to travel, you guys. She's been traveling ever since I've known her. She travels just like Todd and everybody was traveling over the past few weeks. And, you know, I called her and I said, listen, we are going to do this thing. And, you know, she was having fun with the membership. You know, she didn't even really have her 3 people. And she was like, this membership is so good. You know, I don't even mind paying. And I was like, no, Pinky, you are a builder. You are a builder. And I just started pouring into her, you know, telling her my vision, my goals, the decision that I made. And I'm telling you what, she's like, okay, I'm there too. And so at this time, I would like to bring to the front of the Zoom Alita Gregg, better known as Pinky Lee Taylor. And when I tell you, you guys, when she gets focused, she's a beast. She is a beast builder. She really is. And I'm telling you, she got me up all time of the night, you know, trying to, this is the first time that she's worked a binary. And, you know, you get those people in the waiting room and you're like, okay, where do I put them, on the left or I put them on the right and everything. And so, I mean, this girl, I'm telling you, you're going to see her because I'm telling you, she pushes me. And I mean, she is a beast. And so without further ado, I want to bring up to the front of the call now. She is probably going to say some things, you guys, that about me, that's not true. She's going to say some things about me that's not true. And so, you know, just let it go in one ear and out the other and everything. But none other than Miss Pinky Lee Taylor is coming before you at this time. Take it away, Pinky.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
New one-star director on her way to 2-star. By next week, she may be 2-star because this girl is so laser focused. Take it away.
Now, since you want to bring that up, it's Cynthia's fault that I'm just 1-star director. I've been in the business. I think I joined approximately 3 months or so after Cynthia. Or maybe right away. I don't even remember because I only did it just because she said, hey, I got this wonderful opportunity. It's travel. You're going to love it. I said, okay, I'm joining, but I'm not working it. I'm not working it, you know, because I'm already traveling. But she said, you get a free trip. I said, okay, I'll do it. And as soon as I joined, you know, I went in, set up to get my free, I think it was 5 days, 4 nights, whatever it was. I was intrigued with that. Travel is not new to me. It's true to me. So I've always traveled. Actually in 2008, after I buried my 8-year-old son from a juvenile polycystic astrocytoma, a part of my grief therapy was to travel even more because in my heart, I connected with him through the clouds. So I just traveled. I had a, you know, 6-figure plus salary in corporate America. I also work in financial services. So I was able to, you know, afford myself to go jump on a plane whenever I felt like I needed to. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this term where people say, I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. Well, that's Pinky. And so, like I said, when I first joined, I guess now it's been, 20 said, give me my money back, or I'm going to call those people at that corporate office and I'm going to tell them you tricked me. You have to understand our relationship. So she said, no, I'm not going to give you anything. So I said, fine. I hung up the phone. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I got to figure out how do I really benefit from this company because I done spent this monthly. So I need to see what it is that, you know, what am I really doing? So I went into the back office and I seen these trips and I was like, Then, like Cynthia said, it was all these different products and I stumbled upon something and I was like, oh my God. It was something that was intriguing and believe it or not, it was like a dream for me. I mean, like years ago, a product that you had, it was just like a dream for me. And so I called Cynthia back. I had to wait because remember, I had just hung up on her because I said I wanted a refund. So I had to wait a couple of days. I called her back. I said, why didn't you tell me that this was in here? She said, I didn't know. So I'm saying that to say, one of the reasons that I really, really couldn't get into this, even if I wanted to, because we didn't have no upline support. And that is extremely, extremely important. From what I've learned I started working August 17th, last week, joined the business, say December 2020. I started working. I'm not even going to call it working because if I feel like I'm working, I'm not going to do it. August 17th, for me, the triple bonuses ignited a flame in me. And I'm kind of jumping around. So, but when we first started, when I would ask a question, you know, when I would try my hardest to learn, you know, what is this I'm spending my money on, you know, outside of the traveling, I would get so frustrated because Cynthia, she didn't have any upline support. And it's extremely important, you know, when you're trying to, in Cynthia's particular case, you know, she's always looking for additional streams of income, as well as many of us are. And without that upline support, it's extremely, extremely difficult to try to build a business. So during the last 20 months, at least once a month, Cynthia would always come back to me. Girl, your travel lifestyle, you should be making money. And I'm like, I've been doing this all my life. I'm okay with it. And she would say, but you're not getting paid for it. I'm okay with it. And like I said, once Cynthia came back to me and she was like, 30 days ago, I figured it out. I was like, okay, good. I'm in Costa Rica. Call me back. Well, I'm going to start a Zoom. I want you to get on the Zoom. Okay, guess what? I didn't show up. A week and a half ago, Cynthia called me. I'm in Puerto Rico. I figured it out. I got it. I need you on this Zoom next week. And they got triple bonus. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I'm saying that to say, once that fire ignited in her and she saw, you know, what she needed to do to get me ignited, it's uphill from there. It's uphill from there. And for me, the travel, I know that we're not supposed to lead with the travel, but for me, anybody who knows me, they know me from my lifestyle. Oh my God, what are you doing? How do you do it? Light bulb, my travel membership. Your travel membership, yeah. Send a link, join my travel membership. You're going to get a free membership and I'm going to show you how to travel and get paid daily. It was a no-brainer. When this opportunity, in the last week, my partner in crime, my husband, I said, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't care to learn, no back office. I just need to know what I need to do. Cynthia was talking binary, sminary. I didn't know. I didn't really understand how many points, how many people, what do I need to do? I'm saying that to say, I think she said 600. I said, okay, I got 600. She was like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got 600. What do I do next? She said, you got 600. I said, yeah, what do I do next? You know, she would tell me, okay, I'm at 1200. What do I do next? So I'm laser focused with sharing this with each and every person that I can. I told my husband about 5 days ago, I need 2 people. He got me 2 people. I said, okay, now I need 12 more. He said, 12 more? What do you mean 12 more? Yes, I need 12 more. My goal was 15, at least 15 people a month, 55 by 55. December 11th, 2022, I'm going to be 55. So I want all of you all to know that these upcoming trips, I think I'm signed up for Dubai, Spain. I'm trying to squeeze Hawaii in there. You guys are going to be sick of me with uploading into that portal where you show your trips and you show, what you're doing, enjoying your life. Y'all going to be sick of Pinky Lee Taylor. I'm just telling you right now. But most importantly, it's all because of Cynthia, that she didn't get her fire ignited earlier. She didn't learn early enough, because we've been sitting on this for almost 2 years. If in less than 2 weeks, I can go to one starter director, that's nothing. I mean, for what you guys are offering, you're living like rock stars. And guess what? Not one time did I give Cynthia a signal that I was intrigued and interested, because she would try to put me to work. But I'm gone now. I'm off like a rocket. I'm glad to be here. I'm just getting started. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you at the top. And I'm not in it necessarily for the money. I'm in it to make a difference in somebody else's life. Back to you, Cynthia.
Wow, 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 wow. Now that's the abbreviated story, but I'm telling you, you guys, when I say that this girl, because I remember introducing Coach D to Pinky, and I know Coach D was probably like, this girl is crazy. Because that's just how Pinky is. You will know Pinky, I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, she is a tremendous leader. Oh my goodness. And so I tell you what, she definitely has big things on the horizon in this business. And so I just want to leave with this before I turn it over to Todd. You got to make a decision, you guys. When you make a decision that you want more, that you deserve more, there is nothing, different between you and the other ambassadors, you guys. You deserve to be there. It's almost like the stars line up. It's almost like all of a sudden the people start coming to your, mind that you can talk to, and you have that passion. You have, the right words to say. I've talked to Pinky so many times, and I'm telling you, she ignored me. She absolutely positively ignored me. I would have her picture on a flyer. She wouldn't show up. I mean, all of that. But what changed? What changed to get her attention, to make her focus and, start working? When I got serious with it, because like she said, the person who brought us in, he disappeared once he brought us in. And I am so grateful for Todd. He always kept us in the loop the best that he could. Coach D, she's always been someone who I could ask questions to, and she always included, me and so forth. But I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you have a team, be a good upline leader to them. Because I'm telling you, a lot of times the reason why people are not taken off, and I'm guilty as well, because, I hadn't made a decision to be all in. And when I made that decision to be all in, then that's when, Pinky got all in. And that's when the rest of them got all in. And so you have to be a good leader to your team. You have to be, making things happen and plugging in and doing the things that you want them to do. And I tell you what, they will feel your power, your passion, and they will get to work, and things will start happening in your business. So I'm excited. Can't wait to get my ring. This is definitely an exciting time for me, in my Travorium business. And I just thank you all, Todd. I thank you guys for not giving up on me, because there's a lot of companies out there, you guys, when you come in and you just don't get to work and produce, especially if they know that you have in the past, they write you off. They write you off, and they really don't even speak to you. But I never felt that with Travorium. And that was one of the reasons why I said, you know what? This is a place that I can call home, because whether I was on the top of the scoreboard or at the bottom of the scoreboard, they always respected me and treated me, nice. And so I'm here, and I tell you what, I'll see all of y'all at the top. Back to you, Todd.
I appreciate that, Cynthia. And by the way, a great story, Pinky. Sorry for your loss. I mean, unbelievably touching story that you shared. I love what you said, that it's not about the money, but about other people and how you connect with your son through the clouds. And that's just an incredible story. It's rather fitting that your last name is Taylor, because anyone with the last name Taylor around here goes ambassador. So we got, Ambassador Deborah Taylor. We're gonna have Ambassador Pinky Lee Taylor. This thing was tailor made for anyone named Taylor. And so great story, ladies. Cynthia, I know you're going to shoot up and Pinky with them. And what I want to do real quick is actually bring in Coach D, who you guys referenced several times. And she's been on a whirlwind tour. We saw her in Paris and she was in Venice. And I mean, she's been all over the place, right? I mean, she literally lives in resorts and visits home. I make the joke that people say this is a home-based business. I'm like, trust me, that ain't true. If this were a home-based business, Coach D would be broke. And she ain't broke. I mean, she ain't never home, but if this were a home-based business, she'd be broke. This is a phone-based business. And so, Deborah Taylor, if we have you with us, I want to bring you on. I think we have you. I don't know if we lost you somehow. I'm looking at my list here and we must have lost Coach D somehow. We had her here and I'm looking to see if maybe she got bumped off as a panelist. Give me 1 second while I'm looking for Coach D. We're going to come back around. I'm going to find out what happened there. I want to see if we have. That's very interesting because we had Danny Segwinall here. We had Daryl Roberts here. We had everybody here, Cynthia. It's like we lost everybody somehow. I'm looking over on the other list, if I got to pull anybody over. There's Daryl. Daryl's got that look on his face. Hey, Daryl, come on in, buddy. Well, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Danny and what happened to Pastor Deborah, but we got Mr.
Well, you said what happened to Daryl. I saw my name out on the screen, so that's why I opened it up. But unbelievable. Yeah, guys, I haven't been feeling the best the last couple of days. I rarely get, down a little bit, but boy, the last 2 days prior to this were, I was just kind of out for the count. I think it's because we've been doing too much traveling. And how do you get sick when you're doing too much traveling? But obviously, it wasn't crazy bad. It wasn't tough at all. And obviously, I'm feeling about 80-90% right now. And just inspired by Cynthia, what you just said. Marie and I did a Saturday ago, not this past Saturday, but a week ago Saturday, we did what I would term in my 30 plus years of this industry, a signature training. And it happened to be what Marie and I both did. We did it when we were in Kona, Hawaii. And the topic there was, Cynthia, what you talked about 15 times a day. You have to make a decision. And that's where it all started for me back 34 years ago. Pinky, hey, I'm just blown away. I hope you make that trip to Hawaii. Marie and I are definitely going to be there in Hawaii, get a chance to meet you. I cannot wait to get your testimonial and send it out to a couple hundred people after this broadcast is over, because you're going to stir the pot. And I can tell you've got some people that are just going to be excited about your testimonial. And then back to you, Cynthia. That's why people never give up. I know Todd comes from that school. I come from that school as well, because you never know who can turn something around. And we never, ever give up on someone and write them off, because something good can happen. And for those of you that are listening that may just be getting started or just kind of starting your journey in our company, you have to understand that it's not only about you. It's decisions that you make today could impact thousands of other people down the road. And we in our training, we talked about, we didn't go to France, we didn't go to Paris, and 99% of that room was our organization. Touch someone's life. And I know Cynthia, because of the decision that she made, and now obviously getting Pinky involved, there's going to be thousands and even tens of thousands of people's lives that are going to be activated and changed. Their trajectory is going to definitely change because they made a decision and they're working the business. Todd, I'm done. That's all I need to say. I'm just excited. Pinky, great meeting you. Cynthia, your training is always on point.
Yeah, and Daryl, by the way, anytime you do a signature training, now when are we going to get that up on a link that everybody can see?
Actually, it'll be on late tonight.
Okay.
Maria's working on it now, so it'll be on tonight. I've had hundreds of people call us about it because we had a packed house on it, but it's just on our mind. And basically the whole premise was, how did we go from here, from beginning 34 years ago to where we are today? And we actually did it in that tenth, what we did to actually get there. And it was not complicated. It was some mind shifts. And it starts out, you'll see early in the video, we, first of all, if you look at Jim Rohn, he talks about disgust, that 6-minute video, and he talks about disgust. You get disgusted or sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you make that decision. Once you make that decision, and then you put your goals together and turn those goals into obsessions, you can become anything that you want to become. And that's what we basically talked about. And it's a program that anybody can follow. And it's the same thing that Cynthia just talked about. Todd, it's the same thing that you talked about. It's the same thing that most direct sales networkers, leaders talk about. It just happened to pertain to what we went through over the last 30 plus years.
Yeah, and I know for you, Daryl, you and I are very similar, and I think Cynthia's in the same vein where I know that this industry is not perfect, right? Nothing's perfect.
No.
But I've been in traditional business. I had a lawn and landscape company, and we had 10 trucks and 25 employees, and we borrowed $100,000 from the bank to grow the business. And if you look at that kind of an industry, and what is my trajectory? What kind of income can I make? What kind of lifestyle can I have? What kind of time freedom can I have? What kind of debt do I have to carry? Burden do I have to carry? Responsibility do I have to carry? All the employees, the unemployment, the insurance, the OSHA, all of the entanglement of the whole thing, right? The stress of the whole thing. And so you kind of compare that to what we do. You compare franchising to what we do. You compare real estate to what we do. You compare corporate America to what we do. You compare being a medical doctor to what we do. And yeah, it's not a perfect industry, but when you start breaking it down, you're like, man, there is just nothing better than this industry. Where else can you put up a couple $100 and have a multiple 7-figure per year income? You can't do that in franchising. You can't do that in the restaurant business. You can't do that with a food truck. You can't do that with, again, there's just nothing else out there where you can start with just a little bit of money, just a little bit of time, and leverage that into the lifestyle that is being described by Cynthia and everyone else here tonight. And so, yeah, the industry is not perfect. But I was somebody that, like you, Daryl, I made a decision that I didn't want to be in anything else. I didn't look to the left or look to the right. I didn't vacillate in and out. I made a decision, hey, this is where I want to build a career. And then in particular, I want to go do, what kind of company do I want to be involved with? And obviously, when you look at the travel space, it's an incredible space. Most people love to travel. So I have a product that opens up conversations. I think, as some of you know, I sold a product back in the early 2000s. It was glutathione. And some of you are like, gluta what? And exactly. It's a tough conversation. If you turn around in a grocery store line and say, how's your glutathione level? They might call security on you. It's like I got some kind of creep asking me about some kind of, I don't know what he's asking me about. And again, it's actually something in your body, but it's a tough conversation. Travel's not that conversation. You could turn in a grocery store line to anybody. Hey, do you like to travel? Yeah, actually, we love to travel. We just got back. You'll be going at it like you can't even imagine. You don't even know each other's name yet. And so it's an easy conversation. We have a product unlike anybody out there. We're doing stuff that no other company has ever done, ever. There's not a single company in the industry you can point to, you're like those guys over there. No, we are unique in what we do. We are standalone. We are at the very beginning. We are a neophyte. If you look at Starbucks, they were 16 years old and had 17 stores. Now, we all know Starbucks today, 55,000 stores on every street corner, every shopping mall, every hotel. But again, it took them, 16 years to get to 17 stores. It took them 16 years to figure out the secret sauce. In our case, we're in our 10th year, but it took 8 years to figure out the secret sauce. How do we know we have the secret sauce? Because the company exploded in growth during a global pandemic. And so when you can grow a travel business during a pandemic, you got the secret sauce. And now it's just a matter of going out there and spreading it with the tools, the training. Obviously, every 90 days, we want to be doing events like it's going to happen in Cancun and Hawaii, where it's not just the place, it's not just the price, but it's obviously the training and connecting people together. And when you get to go to a place like this, and again, it goes beyond place and price. When you get to go and meet people from all of these other countries, you meet people from Dubai, you meet people from Morocco, you meet people from Madagascar, You meet people from Germany and Switzerland. You meet people from the Philippines. You meet people from Argentina and Peru. You meet people from, by the way, Colombia. You meet people from Cuba. You hear their stories. And it's this great, big, gigantic melting pot. And they speak different languages. And yet, with the translators and the apps, all this kind of stuff, you're taking your pictures together. You're becoming friends on Facebook. And next thing you know, you got friends all over the world. And as we said goodbye to people, Daryl, over in Tenerife, some of them we were with in Paris, and then we were with them in Madrid, and then we were with them in Tenerife. As we're saying goodbye, like, hey, we'll see you in Cancun, a bunch of them. I'm like, man, how cool is that? I mean, we're literally traveling the world together. And there's these bonds and these friendships that transcend continents. And some of you, if you've not been on a trip, it might sound like a lot of, esoteric kind of language. Trust me, once you go on a trip, you're like, this is absolutely incredible. And if I could bring on Dr. Phyllis right now, she would describe it in great detail. If I could bring on,
I wish she was here. I wish she was here.
Yeah. If I could bring on Karina, who lives in Madrid, Spain. She's going to be a 4-star here in about a week. I mean, for her, she's like, I've been on trip incentives, are great. I've been on getaways, they're great, but man, there's just nothing like a world tour, and began to describe a little bit of what I'm describing, where you're forging these friendships all over the world. That's pretty incredible. And all of us are here at the beginning.
It really is. And I just want to give a couple shout outs real quick to my buddy, Jeff Miner, with the COAGS Colorado Outdoor Adventure Guide School. They do so much for veterans out there, and the place that they live at in the country in Colorado, unbelievable. Congratulations on going 1-star, Jeff. Again, your tenacity and just, persistence to get it done. I felt it in your voice. You were going to make it happen. So it's already happened. So congratulations. It is a pit stop. We're going to 2-star. We're not going to let Pinky get too far ahead of you, and because it looked like, boy, she's got some turbos on. And also with John Williams on there, a guy we recently signed up. And, I told him once to watch our video, learnthistraining.com. And one of the key things is show up on Monday conference calls to listen to the corporate update calls and plug in. And I never had to tell him that. He's there today. He's writing, typing in, congratulating Pinky and, all of that stuff. It is amazing how the people that succeed, they see it, they hear it, just like all of us did. And nobody had to tell us twice to do it. And I want to give a shout out to Dr. Jackie Mohair. She's on here tonight. Pinky.
That's Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo.
Dr. Mo. Dr. Momentum, etc. Pinky, her story is going to be exactly like yours. So Cynthia, exact same story. So she's on here tonight, and I'm expecting some great things happening. But Todd, couldn't be in a better company, better compensation, none of that stuff. We're at the right place at the right time, and it's all up to us to do number 3, is just take the right action. And Cynthia told you, make a decision. And once you do that, because Cynthia, I've seen her for 2 years, and Dave kept talking about her. Todd kept talking about, man, this lady, man, she's just amazing. She can do this and that. And so I see her once in a while at events and this and that, but she wasn't really doing anything. Now we know why. She just wasn't committed. But once she made say it all together, everybody, a decision. Look what has happened. Boy, unbelievable.
Wow. And on that note, we are going to encourage every single one of you to hop on our regular call tomorrow night with the one, the only, the great Daryl and Maria Roberts. No one does a better presentation in the entire company. Obviously, we have the regular events throughout the week with Coach D and her team and all that kind of stuff. I know that Dr. Judy Cunningham and Dr. Phyllis and all the great leaders have stuff going on. But again, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock California time, 9 o'clock East Coast time. Pinky, congratulations to you. What an amazing story. If you want to keep up with this lady, you got to put on your track shoes. Yeah. Cynthia Sly, obviously incredible. Congratulations. I know for both of you, it's but a pit stop. Sorry, we somehow or other we lost Coach D. We had her on here tonight. We had Danny on here tonight. Danny says he got bumped off. He wrote me back. So I'm not sure how people got bumped off. I thought you got bumped off too, Daryl. I'm like, What the heck did I do here? Right. So, but hey, I appreciate all of you guys tonight. Have a great evening. Congratulations to all of you that participated and the triple bonuses. We'll be back tomorrow night, and then Thursday night, then Saturday. Till then, God bless. Bye, everybody.